So last two games of the repertoire for learning the Dutch Leningrad. This game was played in 2007 at the Abu Dhabi Open between Lodi Mahmoud 2374 and Guliev Sarhan 2484. I think Guliev Sarhan is famous for having written a book about strategic pattern or something like that. However, I heard this name. So the game starts with d4, obviously, f5, g3, knight f6, bishop g2, d6, knight f3, g6. As you can see, the move order is flexible. Castle, bishop g7, b4, castle, bishop b2, queen e8, c4, knight c6, b5, which makes sense because you develop the knight and it gets attacked right away. But knight d8, because when it goes here, it controls this two square, right? So it's kind of advantage, because if what you really want is to play 1, 2, 3 and 4, if the opponent wastes tempo to make you move, that's an advantage, right? Okay, so knight bd2, e5, d takes e5, and here we have knight g4, which is very interesting. Knight g4. So why knight g4? Because if you take, takes. Okay, so that's the interesting part. Queen c2. Now you have to take, d takes e5. And here, obviously, you would expect white to play h3, but then he just goes back, and I don't think he really is bad for black, honestly. Honestly, it's not bad. So, what instead white did in this position? He played e4, trying to contrast black in the center. But, as we have seen, e4 trigger this move, f4, that goes to attack the king side. Knight b3, f takes g3, h takes g3, and now there is, what? g5. Wow, beautiful move. Why g5? Because queen h5, if you take, queen h2, checkmate, it's terrible, right? So, kind of interesting. But I think it's even worse, because look, after knight takes g5, queen h5, you say, haha, I return back, knight f3, but then there is rook takes f3, bishop takes f3, queen h2, bye-bye. Okay, so that's the real deal here. So bishop a3 attacking the rook f8, rook f6, rook ad1, knight e6, rook d3, queen h5. Okay, at this point we know that this is becoming a kind of a miniature. It's terrible for white. And this is strange, oh my god, the white player is a 2374, so he's a FIDE master at least. That's incredible. Rook fd1, bishop d7. Wow. So imagine, rook takes d7, immediately rook takes f3, bishop takes f3, queen h2, king f1, and you needed to see the next move. The next move, so try to visualize this, okay? Let's try again. Rook takes d7, okay? Rook takes f3. Bishop takes f3. Queen h2, check. King f1, and now there is the move that destroys white, which is knight e3. You say, why? F takes e3, queen takes e2, boom, and the game is over, right? So beautiful, beautiful thing. As you can see, however, you must be able to visualize at least 3-4 moves distance, okay? However, white saw it because it was stupid, and he played queen e2 thinking I can solve a problem, but he can't, I'm sorry. Bishop e8, bishop e7, rook f7, bishop b4, and bishop f8, bishop c3, a6. That's interesting because black is saying, no, I don't move that rook from there, I keep it on the queen side, I'm not moving it on the king side. That's the very interesting part. Rook d5, a takes b5, c takes b5, c6, b takes c6, and now there is bishop takes c6. And now he plays rook d6, but it seems he wouldn't have made the difference also if he played this move, rook f5. Because again, guys, the problem is all here, okay? Once you are able to remove this defender, this fall, the checkmate is nearly automatic. So that's the real problem. That's why he played this move, rook d6, and after bishop takes d6, there is rook takes d6. Now you can see it, rook takes f3, bishop takes f3, queen h2, king f1, and I hope now you can visualize the final move, which is boom, bishop b5. If he takes on b5, checkmate. If he doesn't take, I don't know, if he takes on g4, right? Bishop takes e2, bishop takes e2. I don't think white is winning, right? So I don't really see how white is escaping here. A beautiful game with this theme of sacrificing the rook on f3. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something from it.